Hey, Cody here with Creation Outdoors. I just wanted to give a little bit of a prelude into this video that you're about to watch. So if you didn't catch when Josh and I went out west on our first ever elk hunt, I suggest that you watch that first because that's going to give a little bit of a context. But coming off of that video, Josh and I just wanted to give a little bit of advice to the first time elk hunter. So we had a pretty negative experience, I suppose you could say, and we just wanted to highlight a couple things that were on our mind as we were kind of closing that experience to maybe some guys from the Midwest or the East that are going to head west for their first elk hunt. So instead of putting this clip and burying it in that longer video, I just wanted to make this little short video to highlight just some of our thoughts. So for what it's worth, here's our 2 cents. Thanks for watching.
You want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay. So we figured we'd give you all like a little one thing that we learned or one piece of advice that we'd give ourselves before the trip or give to anybody who is going to hunt elk for the first time. And I think for me, it's go with someone that's done it before. I mean, there are plenty of hunters that are out there who are looking for buddies, and whether or not you buy a tag, because this trip I didn't buy a tag and he bought a tag, so we were just going to get one, it would have been invaluable to both of us to have gone with somebody who knew exactly what they were doing, who knew the terrain, who knew the movement of the elk in the area, versus just going in literally knowing nothing. So I think that's one piece of advice. If you can go with someone who has gone before, or at least just talk to somebody who's gone before, who can give you general advice, hopefully a friend that you have or somebody that you trust, if you can go with them, that would be night and day compared to what we had. So
yeah, and I would agree with that. My thinking is that pick the state and location carefully. So we had some intel on this unit. We knew it was going to be steep, but I don't know that it was necessarily worth it for Midwesterners to drive to Washington. We're driving through a lot of elk country to get here. There's good tag accessibility in Washington, but I think for learning grounds, pick something that's a little bit more accessible, both in terms of driving as well as terrain. Just because you don't want to sour yourself on the first experience to the point where you never want to do it again. Mm-hmm. And so I think picking another state, maybe it takes a couple years of bonus points or preference points in a state like Montana or Wyoming, but I mean there's general tags in those as well. So pick the state carefully, pick the unit carefully, and then to Josh's point, try to contact as many people as possible just to get any insight whatsoever and to try and make the experience as good as possible for yourself.